Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9, brought to you in association with ASB. This is our morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news that stock markets around the world rallied sharply overnight. Everyone's pleased about Barack Obama's announcement of the biggest fiscal stimulus in 50 years. He's planning a massive spending spree on infrastructure and other government spending to boost the US economy. And this has helped people think, well, maybe the global recession won't be so bad when there's so much fiscal stimulus going into the global economy. China is expected to increase the size of its fiscal stimulus, and all around the world, governments are spending up large on infrastructure and other spending to get the consumer spending going again. Close to home, last night, an attempt to block the vote for Hanover Finance's debt restructure plan failed in front of the High Court. The High Court rejected arguments that there wasn't enough time to make a proper decision on the Hanover vote, or that it was a misleading vote in that the $96 million in theory in cash and assets being put up by Mark Hodgson and Eric Watson was in effect misleading advertising because the value of those assets was very unclear. So the vote will go ahead this morning. There's a meeting at 10:30 from Ellerslie, and we here at interest.co.nz will be covering that. We'll be live blogging from that later today. And finally, out last night from the Inland Revenue Department briefing papers, which show they believe New Zealanders think the tax system is unfair and that there has been an explosion of tax avoidance in the last 4 or 5 years, no doubt because of the introduction of the 39-cent tax rate. It's suggesting essentially a flat tax that would avoid the sort of avoidance techniques we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9, brought to you in association with ASB.